What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Hitmonchanning video, and today we're going to talk about the deck that you get when you combine crabs and apples. Roll the intro. So today we're going to be talking about a new Crabominable V deck. This card doesn't see a lot of play, but I recently found this build that Lil Dark Fury on YouTube posted. I'll link his video in the description. That's what my build is. I didn't really change anything about it because I messed around with a couple different things and I really like how it is. And it actually involves using Crabominable V with Flapple. If you don't know, Flapple has the ability Apple Drop. Once in your turn, you may put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. And if you do that, you shuffle this Pokemon and all cards attached to it back into your deck. So the great part about this is that it acts as a free pivot option, and its damage counters not damage, so it's going to be immune to the new bench barrier Manaphy that's going to be coming out, and that's really good. So I want to get right into the games and show off the power of this deck because, it's really self-explanatory. Gourmandise Snorlax to draw cards in the early game. We got one Crobat to help us out in draw support. Galarian Zigzagoon to help fix our math up a little bit. We do tack an Appleton in here for thick mucus, 70 times each special energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon. So in Mew matchups, you can just slap down an Appleton and do crazy damage for 1 energy. And plus, that's basically why it's there, because in the Mew matchup with Fusion Strike Energy, you can't put damage counters on Pokemon with abilities. So that's the main reason this guy's here, is to help combat that. And yeah, that's the list. So we're gonna head into some games, hopefully get some good ones. Pulling up to another game, we got the coin flip. I'm gonna call it some tails, because they never fail. That's right, we're gonna go first. Zacian V-Box, Bidoof Sleeves. My intuition's telling me that we're going to be fighting some Zacians right now. But you never know. You never know, you know. They start with a Crobat, which isn't super telling, really. I want a level ball. We have the Appleton. We have an Apple. I think we're just going to grab an Applin. We'll play the Turffield right now, I guess, just to thin our hand. Gourmandise for 3. We kind of need to. We have another Turffield in case it gets bumped. We drew the Appleton, which is great, actually, because depending on the deck that is played, if they bench Pokemon attach special energy, so got Adventurous Discovery. We're going to find out right now. Maybe it's Eternatus, who knows? Eternatus plays heavy Adventurous Discovery. It's Rayquaza. Okay, so our Appleton's not really going to do anything for us here, unless they play Speed Lightnings, because they did grab the Boltund as well. It's very possible they play Speed Lightnings. If they play Speed Lightnings, we can actually use this. And they have the switch in hand. They had a great start, man. This is going to be a little tough for us. What I might want to do is I just might want to grab a Flapple. Apple drop the Rayquaza. I think that's what I'm going to do. But first, I'm going to grab a Zigzagoon. Grab that Zigzagoon. Let's ping this Boltund, actually. And we are going to grab a Flapple. Attachable to the Flapple, and we're gonna smack that Rayquaza for 20 damage. And we'll get that back in the deck. And I'm gonna have to Marnie here. I need very desperately the crab. I need the crab this turn. And we do got it. And no energy though, which really sucks. We were put into a pretty tough spot. If I can find the bat, you can absolutely get out of here. So let's try and do that. I really just want to find that energy attachment. And we have Gourmandise as well. Got the energy, we got the Scoop Up Net. That's perfect. So we're going to attach to the crab. And I think we'll just Gourmandise. I think that's going to be our play. Because I believe the math works out, because it's plus 60, right? The math works out is if you have 4 damage counters, you're going to be one-shotting VMAXs. If you have 2 damage counters, you're going to be one-shotting Vs. Because you're going to be doing 120 plus 90, that's going to be 210. So we gotta, if we hit this guy with one more Flapple, it's in range of a one-shot. And that's absolutely insane. One more Flapple hit on this Rayquaza, and it's going to be one-shot. Right? Like, you can't tell me that's not bad. And you got the retreat. Is Repulse away that Adventure Discovery? That's fine. Do all you want. My concern is if they boss KO our Crab, then we're going to be in a tight spot. Thing is, we need an energy in the discard to hit our Melanie. We need another energy on the Melanie. That's what we need to do well here. They might be digging for that boss. They got rid of another switch, which is just good for us, because we can trap something in the active. Got the Avery, which is fine with me. No boss, and I can get my Crobat off the board. Beautiful. I don't need that. Energy Search. Another Lightning. Kind of surprising. We haven't actually seen any Mareep down now. Oh, they're gonna go for the Bolt Storm. That makes sense. Bolt Storm KO. Perfect math on that Snorlax, which is fine with me, because I'm gonna send out my Crab. Find the energy. Now, this is gonna be tough. I think we can do it. Grab that Applin. We're gonna Melanie. Can we grab that energy? We can. Beautiful. Now, I want to play my Turfield. And we're gonna go ahead. Flapple 1. Let's see, what do we... we'll grab Flapple 2 right now, because we need him anyway. So we'll grab Flapple 2. We don't even need a Scoop Up Net just yet. But I'd like to keep it just to be safe. Now... I don't know what I should Quick Ball away, because I want to get another Crab out. I think the Marnie, because if they end up knocking out our boy, we want to have another Crab out here, so we can Melanie to it and hopefully do well off of that. So right now I'm doing 90 plus 60, that's 150 on the Boltund. We actually need to hit it one more time with our Flapple, which is fine. So we smack that boy. Goodbye, Boltund. Apple Drop on this guy. Rayquaza's in one-shot range. And now, Destroyer Punch. Goodbye, Boltund. Smacking 270. Take 2 prizes. Which can help us out greatly. We're in a good spot. The tough part is that it takes 2 turns the earliest to get your Crabominable set up. There's the Mareep coming down, so they don't have any Mareeps yet. And as far as I know, they're actually not able to KO us yet, even if they get the Fire Energy with Max Burst off. They're only going to be doing, what is that? 180, right? Yeah, 180 damage right now. They has repulsed away their hand. Got rid of another switch. 3 switch in the discard, 2 landing in the discard, and a Flaffy's in the discard. If there's a way that we can take out that Mareep easily, that'd be good for us. Probably search their deck with the Turfield. Evo Incense. Wonder what they grab. Grab another VMAX. Maybe just to thin their deck out a little bit. Going for another Azure Repulse. They're looking for that Fire Energy. They're digging really hard. There goes their boss. 1 boss out. They probably only play 2. They could play 3. Very possible they play 3. I know I've seen decks for sure that play 3 boss in Rayquaza, which is an interesting strat. See, look, there's their other boss. They're gonna boss our other Crab, and they're gonna go and try and hit it. Hit it for 180, which is tough for us. We gotta find a switching card. What do we have? We have 2 switch, so we can. I think I'm gonna just Flapple. Because if we can take out this Ray, we can take out their Crobat. So I'm gonna Flapple onto the bat. And we'll see what we draw. I'll put down the Snorlax. It's Evo Instance just to see what we have available. We don't actually need this Appleton, so I'm gonna get rid of it. We have a Melanie left. It's possible. Something you might want to consider, and we have Raihan, which basically serves the same purpose. Something you might want to consider adding into this deck is a Pokegear. We got our switch. Awesome. Oh, perfect hand. Perfect hand. Switch into our Crab. We already turf fielded. Goodbye, Rayquaza. Destroyer Punch. Get out of here. 330 damage. Look at that. Get out of here, Rayquaza. Now, we basically just have game. Basically have game. We have the Melanie. If we have the boss, we have the boss. We have game. There's no actual way, unless they take out our active Crabominable, there's no way that we can lose this game. And hey, it's possible. They got a Marnie. Of course. See, of course they have the Marnie. Just when we have the checkmate in hand. Of course. Like, why wouldn't they? You know? But we drew our other boss and we drew our switch. That's absolutely fine. Absolutely okay. So let's see what they got. They're going to have to... They're down 3 switch already, and I believe they're down an air balloon. Unless they find another air balloon, it's possible. 13 cards left in deck. They have access to an Azure Pulse still, I believe. I don't think they used it yet. We gotta see what they can do. But even so, they can hit this Crabominable for knockout in 1 turn. And that's probably gonna be it. You're gonna hear it here first. The Crabapple deck, best Rayquaza VMAX. That's it. It's over. We can just Flapple. Just smack them around a little bit more. Play as if, you know, game's gonna continue, but it's not. That's it. That's it. They knew. We should have just hit them. Should have just got our last prize. That's basically it. The Crabapple deck strikes again, strikes hard, and strikes fast, and there's nothing you can do about it. Let's jump back in. Tails never fails. See, I'm not rigging it. It's just Tails is the superior one, you know? Sometimes you lose, but that's okay. Now this hand is great, safe for a crab, but they're gonna mulligan, so we have a lot to work with, or we're gonna have something to work with. Just 1 mulligan. Can't even basically get a feel for what they're playing. There's water, could be Suicune Moltres. Great Ball's good. Greedent. This is gonna be interesting for us, that's for sure. They got their capture energy down. Yeah, with the Sobble. I wonder why the Dark is for. Maybe they could just be playing a Moltres for energy acceleration. They could be playing the Dire Flame Wings Moltres for the late prize trade. But let's see. We got a Great Ball. We gotta get something good. Okay, we got a Crab. Awesome. We needed that. We really did need that. Now, I'm actually very tempted to just... Okay, here's my plan. Next turn, I'm going to attach to the Applin and scoop it up to get that energy in the discard. Put the Crab up, based on we draw Melanie, and get that up there, depending on what we draw. If we draw another Water Energy, it could be different. But I'm actually going to boss this Sobble and trap it. See, they could go Keep Calling, which is probably what they will do. But we need this extra turn just to buy us some more time. So they don't get a guaranteed. They can easily get a big stonks on our Applin, easily, or whatever the attack's called. I just call it big stonks. If they have the evolution and they have the energy, they can easily just take 4 prizes on our Applin, or whatever it is, like 3 prizes or 4 prizes on their Applin, because we have very little HP. The play 2 could just be to mill. We could just Flapple. Hit the Greedent like with 2 damage counters, and then just go for start milling. We could do that. Depends on what their this turn looks like though, because if they keep calling, it'll be a little bit different. If we can get our Destroyer Punch set, they just retreat. Go for a level ball. That's why the Melanies are there. They're gonna drizzle out Melanie. If they get, if they have their VMAX, that's gonna be tough for us. There's the Melanie. I hope they don't have the VMAX. That'll destroy, quite literally destroy us. If they have the VMAX. Oh man. Oh, they got the VMAX. Oh no. Oh man. There it is. Turn to profit. They take 2 more prizes. They're gonna take 3 prizes. Wait, they might not be able to. They have the Galarian Goon. If they have the Galarian Goon, we're screwed. They definitely have it. They definitely have it. Oh, they have another Sobble. Okay, hold on. Hold on. We could be safe. Because it only does 30 damage. I thought it did 40. They got the Goon. Of course they got the Goon. Of course they got the Goon. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they have the Goon, you know? Then they can just max gimme for 160 and yeah. So nothing we can do. Just Evo Incense, thin this out a little bit. Grab the apples and we don't need it. We just gotta trigger Avalanche and hope we can stop the menace. 2 energy is pretty good depending on if they have a Melanie or not. If they don't have a Melanie, it's good. If they have a Melanie, bad. Couldn't be worse. They don't have the Greedent. Yeah, that's, I don't know. Oh, they got the powerful energy. They're gonna be hitting us for 180 and drawing 3. A level ball. They have the Melanie if they need it to. Oh man, we're getting absolutely destroyed by this Greedent deck. I did not expect them to go that crazy. And they got the spongy gloves too. No way. And the quick, what is this hand? Did they just win here? They just win. What? What is that hand? Oh my. Alright, well, I hope you get a good game in here. Our opponent's got the coin flip. And they're choosing who goes first. Let us go first. Come on, be, Alright, they're choosing the active Pokemon, so we'll have to see what goes on, what's going on. Smack down that Applin. We actually have a very good hand. Got the Quick Ball, energy into discard. Grab attachment, another Applin. We can even get a Snorlax. Switch into the Snorlax. 7-card hand. Could do that. Just gotta see. They have no basics. Let's take a look what we're playing. Corviknight. Corviknight's a tough deck to play against because of that ability. So I actually think we're in a good hand though. We only have 2 crabs in deck, so we're gonna have to be a bit careful. But what I'll do is get rid of 2 of these guys. Now I want to grab the Snorlax actually, because I'll just capture energy for an additional Apple Boy, and then we'll put up the Lax. Gorman dies, and that's a good hand there. That's a good hand there. Only thing that can make it better is Melanie. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I want a Melanie. We can just basically win game next turn if we get the Melanie. So let's see. Let us see. What do you have? Please don't get a Marnie. We have a good hand. Please don't get a Marnie. Okay, they failed the Pokegear. It's a good sign for us. They have a Marnie. I mean, it won't be all bad because we could also just gonna clutch. Whew. Okay, let's see. Get the turf field. So we're actually gonna double hit this guy. And then we're gonna Flapple. Their hand seems pretty dead, so I don't actually want to Marnie them. I actually want to go for the bat. That's my play. We're gonna attach. We're gonna scoop them up. Please bat be in deck. It is, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. 6-card bat hand coming right up. Can even just grab another apple just to be safe because we might need them. Come on, get us that Melanie and get us that game. We got the Melanie. We got the Melanie. Rip Bozo. We got the Melanie, and we're just gonna Destroyer Punch, and that's gonna be it. Look at that. Look at that beautiful turn 2. Just destruction. Look at that. The Destroyer Punch coming through and destroying. Like, what else is there to say? You're just really good. If your opponent doesn't get like a busted second turn, you don't know, man. You don't know what's coming for you. Anyway, that's gonna be the deck. The Crab Apple deck. The infamous Crab Apple. I'm gonna keep labbing this deck and seeing if I can make it better. If I were to make it better, the thing that I would do is I'd maybe find a way to get your supporters more consistently, and maybe swap in a couple Pokegear, because sometimes you need the Melanie and you just can't find it, because this deck, the only form of non-support or draw support is your Crobat. And if you're finding your Crobat, you have one use of it. If you can't get your Crobat for whatever reason, i.e. you already used it, it's in your prizes, it's in your discard, whatever, you're pretty out of luck. The good thing is you can spread damage very quickly with your Flapples. As much as turn 2, or as early as turn 2, you can be getting like 40, 50, 60 damage. Combine your Goon in there, 70 damage, 80 damage, depending on how much how many boys you can put on your bench. So you can knock out Sobbles really easily, and that can put you pretty far ahead. Destroyer Punch, also, you don't need any damage counters to take out your opponent's small Pokemon. It's even good for things against like Meloettas or Corios in the Fusion Strike decks, provided they don't have Fusion Energies on them, of course. So which brings me to my next point. I might consider adding a Fan of Waves or two in here if you can make space. If you can maybe add your Pokegear and put in some Fan of Waves. Those could be my two best options. Also might want to consider putting Capes in. The deck is already really tight for space, though, which is, I mean, you're running a bunch of single prizers, that you use to help your damage output. But your survivability could be an issue against like Mew or against bigger decks that just easily hit over that 220 mark. And it's possible that they can easily hit over it. And you're taking 2 turns at least to set up, even with your Raihans, even with your Melanies. So, those would be my suggestions to improve the deck. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. As always, if you like the video, leave me a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe. I am going pretty consistent. I'm coming out with new decks weekly. It's 3rd week in a row. We're actually doing pretty well. So I'm gonna keep playing, keep getting some fun decks. Brilliant Stars comes out soon, and I'm heading to the pre-release. I might do a pre-release video. Who knows? But until the next time, it's been Hitmonchanning, and I hope you all have a